Hi.
How's it going? First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mohammed Gharib from Egypt, and we're doing something a bit unorthodox compared to what you guys have in store for startups. So we're dealing with the problem of desalinated water, basically. So let me just So it's 10 times harder for utility companies to scale decentralized number of desalination plants. Desalination plants that deal with seawater, even after hiring number of personnel, and with gross technical issues affecting the operational sustainability with redundancies along the value chain occur, which led to 80% from the cost to produce desalinated water comes from personnel or basically the company, which eliminated the capability to execute smaller capacities of the desalination plants and resulted in a very expensive cost to produce desalinated water. This is how the market perceive the cost of the meter cube per water in the US dollars. So it's extremely, for the coastal regions, it's extremely expensive to acquire desalinated water. Our local market size is 100 billion meter cube. This is the African market, and the industry as a whole is worth $14 billion with a growth rate of 7.4%. Our local problem is the lack of water. I think it's a regional problem for the coastal areas in Africa. So one of the problems is the high cost of producing desalination plants, of acquiring it, and the cost to establish a grid. So that led to a very suffering market for the coastal. So we introduced a technology that led to, let's say, not eliminating the whole problem, but improving the situation. So we tapped into the automation, the dynamics, the predictive maintenance, IoT, analytical, and cluster. And introduced a whole new business model of not selling the desalination plant, but selling water to multiple institutions on coastal regions. So we sell them water. The plant is fully containerized, it's changeable, there's no civil work, and it's turnkey and replaceable. We took a step back to increase the automation life cycle of the desalination plants. So we had a custom-made chemicals, redesigned filtration stages, and fully integrated data-driven supply chain and operations, so service for it, which led to shortening the acquisition cycle for our customers, enhance their model, and turned the engineering into live operations, basically.
Okay. Unfortunately, your time is up. We have to stop.
Okay, I'm going faster. This is our initiated demand.
No, faster. We'll stop here. Dear judges,
sure.
Please ask our Mohammed. He can use these 3 minutes to provide you with more information.
Yes, on your initiated demand, what do you mean by initiated? Are these contracts actually, signed?
They're coming in the pipeline, and I think we initiated this whole demand before the COVID situation. So our coastal market, if I can say it starts working by June. So we missed the season this year, but yes, they're ready to be signed, I think, by the end of the next 2 months.
Mohammed.
Yes.
First of all, nice to meet you. Question here. Now, to my recollection, desalination is mostly based on a lot of governmental bureaucracy. So how many governments are you currently working with, besides the Egyptian one? Who could you work with outside of Egypt for Sobek?
Okay, let me take you just to the market. project because it's a very, very so we initiated with the government of Nambia. We initiated with Cote d'Ivoire, along with Cyprus. The cost of water there is extremely high, so we have feet here. We have a place to put our foot in for these two. But our business model is not initially it's not B2G, it's B2B so we sell to institutions at let's say coastal regions, hotels, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Mohammed, I didn't quite understand how do you deliver the water to those to the end users?
Okay, so we install the desalination plant in their institution. Let's say a coastal compound. We install the desalination plant is fully containerized inside their compound, and that's it. We plug it in with internal grid, and that's it.
So you connect it to their grid?
Yes.
Can you go back to your solution slide and tell us more about your actual desalination process?
Okay.
Or without going to the slide, just
yeah.
explain it in layman's terms. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, we install the desalination plant inside the coastal compound, and then we connect it to the wells, the seawater wells, and then we connect it to the internal grid, and that's it basically.
Okay, I don't know. So I don't get it there. Is your competitive edge that you are able to put together a very relatively small desalination plant?
No, our competitive edge comes from the automation part. Currently, comes from the automation part and driving the whole operations and supply chain through IoT-based sensors.